The 49ers reportedly have asked Kyle Juszczyk to take a pay cut, and the two sides haven't yet come to an agreement. It's possible that Kyle Juszczyk will look at the 49ers' new offer, their pay cut, as an insult and decide that he can make more money on the open market and decide that he'll want to be a free agent. That's what Eric Armstead decided when the 49ers approached him with a pay cut recently. He said, no, thank you. I can make more money on the open market. Release me. And the 49ers did. And really, that move doesn't help the 49ers because if they cut him now, they create only $2.5 million in cap space. If they cut him after June 1st, they create $18 million in cap space after June 1st when all the free agents will be gone. Plus, there'll be more dead cap in 2025, which isn't good. So when this news came out, I really took the 49ers side. Like, really, Eric Armstead, you're going to leave the Niners in a lurch now? I mean, they took care of you. They chose you over DeForest Buckner. Then they gave you $66 million the last 4 years for essentially 14 and a half sacks and good run defense when you're on the field. Take the pay cut. You're not worth $28 million, which is what your cap hit's going to be this year. Take the pay cut. If you think the 49ers, your team that you're a captain of, has a legit chance to win the Super Bowl, take the pay cut. They took care of you. Same goes for you, Kyle Juszczyk. This team, the 49ers, have made your dreams come true. You were just a humble fullback playing at Harvard. Now they gave you $35 million to go in motion and be a decoy. They don't give you the ball, and you're supposed to make $7.5 million this year. That's your cap hit. Take the pay cut. It's only fair. You've invested so much time into this team, into the Super Bowl run. Help it out. You making $7.5 million doesn't help the Niners win a Super Bowl. Eric, you making $28 million doesn't help the Niners win a Super Bowl. Take the pay cut. That was my first reaction. But then when I thought about it, I asked myself the question, why did the 49ers approach these two players in particular about the pay cut? Why Armstead and Juszczyk? What do they have in common? Well, I was asking myself, if Armstead would ask for a release, is that sort of like a vote of no confidence in this team? Like, hey, I've been here for 10 years. We've gone to the NFC Championship so many times. We're not going to get it done. Is Juszczyk having those thoughts too? I don't know. Who were the two players after this Super Bowl loss, immediately afterward, who mentioned to the media that they didn't know the overtime playoff rules? Armstead and Juszczyk. Yeah, it was those two guys that said, we just didn't know those rules, which implies Kyle Shanahan didn't prepare us. So if anyone threw the head coach under the bus after the Super Bowl, it was Armstead and Juszczyk. Maybe they're looking at Kyle Shanahan like, man, you blew one of the best teams ever. You blew one of the best seasons ever. We should have been Super Bowl champions. It's your fault. I'm done. Or this is Kyle Shanahan saying, hey, I didn't forget what you guys said about me after the Super Bowl loss. And I know you're basically blaming me for that. And, well, I picked two names out of a hat at random for a pay cut and it happened to be you two. So there's no correlation between you two blaming me for not preparing you for the overtime rules and me slashing your salary. It has nothing to do with each other. It makes me wonder, right? I mean, like, why not Debo? Debo Samuel's making way too much money. Ask him for a pay cut. But he's best friends with Kyle Shanahan. He would never question Kyle Shanahan after. He didn't even talk after the Super Bowl. But Armstead did, and Juszczyk did. And now they got to take a pay cut, presumably because they didn't know the rules. Hey, you want to make all that money, you should know the rules. Is this vindication? Revindication. It's a combination of revenge and vindication. It's a new word I made. Is this revindication on the part of Kyle Shanahan? Stay tuned. More at 11.